Good morning, you guys, and happy Wednesday. Today is June 16th, 2021, and today is our Winning Wednesday message. All right, let's go ahead and get down to it. So, last week I saw this. Yes, I saw this on my Facebook page as I was scrolling, and y'all know I had to come talk about it because it's very, very important. Are you healed, or just try not to think about it? Let's talk about this. Y'all know today's Winning Wednesday. I do these messages on Wednesday to try to give you some tips on how to win in your life. Okay? How do you expect to win and flourish and be the best you to the best of your ability if you are still dwelling on past hurt in your life? Because you never healed from it. All you did was push it down and try not to think about it. And when it came up and people try to ask you, what's wrong? You want to talk? And you just said, no, I'm good. You said, no, I don't want to talk about it. But see, here's the thing. We've talked about before on, I think, one or two other videos that I made, that you need to live through those things. That you have to deal with those past traumas and those past emotions that come up. It's not for that other person. It's for you. Because how are you going to try and move on to another relationship, another friendship, another anything, if you haven't dealt with the hurt that you were in at that moment? You're just trying not to think about it. You're just tossing it off to the side. And that is what makes it to where you're like filling a void. What do you mean, Taria? So if you're not dealing with the hurt at that moment, you start to do things out of character. Some people start to drink to an excess. Some people start to smoke to an excess. You start doing things that you don't normally do. Go out partying, acting out of character, acting out, that's doing things that you don't normally do on a regular basis because you are trying not to think about this thing that's really hurting you inside. So I'm coming by to tell you today, really, not really to tell you, but to ask you, are you healed? Or are you trying not to think about it? And if you are one of those people that is trying not to think about it, I encourage you that whatever that thing is in your life right now, to pull it up by the root and get to the root of the problem. Stop pushing it down. Stop trying to fill a void. Stop trying not to talk about it or even deal with that situation, because honey, it's never going to change. Your feeling is never going to change. You're not going to be a better you until you start to deal with it in reality. Yeah. And that's what I want to come by and tell you today. How do you win? How do you win in your life, in your season? You deal with the things that has hurt you in the past. Like I said, not for that other person, but for you. Because you can't move on if you are still battling other things. I'm going to give you an example. Say you were in a relationship and that person cheated on you. And all you did was just, you were upset, you cried about it for a minute, and then you moved on to the next person immediately. You didn't take no time out for yourself to heal. You didn't take out no time to recuperate. You didn't take no time to do anything. You met somebody else, and a month later you need another relationship. Well, then that relationship didn't work for some odd reason. And it's like you kind of expected it not to work. Then you move on to somebody else. And then it's somebody else and somebody else. And then you get to the point where you're just like, is it me? It is you. Because you never dealt with the first hurt in the first place. You never took the time out to heal from that long-term relationship, and you just jumped into another relationship and jumped to another relationship. No, that's not how you deal. That's not how you deal with it. Take some time out for you. Remember I tell you guys that I'm on this self-care journey in my single season. I'm embracing my single season because last year I was in a relationship, and that last relationship, how it ended, it hurted. I don't know if it hurt that person, but it hurted me. So because it hurted me, I've been single for a year. And I've been doing everything that I've been wanting to do and more, with or without a partner. Okay? And in that time, I've been healing from that past hurt. I've been healing from the past trauma. I've been healing from anything that I feel like has hurt me in the past. People, y'all have to heal. You have to take time out for yourself. You have to take time to just embrace being alone. We talked about this earlier this week, about being alone. And there's nothing wrong with that. And embracing being alone also goes with dealing with healing, because you need to heal not only on the outside, but definitely on the inside. Because how do you expect to move on to something else and you're still dwelling on what somebody else did from you? Well, you tell people, well, when I was in my other relationship, that means you're not healed. You're still thinking about what this other person did to you in the past. Stop it. Well, yeah, the person I talked to before, they did this, that, and the third. We're not talking about them. We're talking to someone new. Why are you talking about them? Because you're not healed. Does this make sense to y'all? I know this is long, but I really hope this is a message you can apply to your life and you can think about this, because a lot of people are not healed from past trauma, from past relationships, from past things that have hurt them in the past. It doesn't even have to be a relationship. It can be also something that you dealt with your parents that you never talked about with them, and that kind of makes you resent them in a way. Oh, I'm talking today. It could be a thing with a teacher that you had that makes you not like authority, but you never dealt with it with that teacher. So now any person that that even looks like they have authority over you, you resent them because you never dealt with that issue with that teacher. I'm just saying, you got to deal with the past. You have to deal with the hurt, and it may hurt to deal with the hurt, but I guarantee once you are done, you're going to feel 1,000 times better. If this message has helped you today, comment below, send me a DM or send me a text. I'm here for you guys. Even if it's just for me to listen to you, that's what I'm here for. I'm not a person that judge. I'm not a person that throws it back in your face. I am here to help you in whatever aspect that I can help you in. Okay? Chin up. Smile big. You got this.